Juniors, it's a counselor's coming to talk with you today about strategies for you to explore and discover your post secondary match. We know and we want to tell you that this is an exciting journey, and we're going to discuss different options that you have and talk about some strategies and some resources and some tools that can help you explore and discover who you are and how to research to find that right fit. We're also going to encourage you and give you some resources to get on college campuses if college, four-year college, is the route that you're going to take. We want to let you all know that you have worked super hard. And the last time we got together, we talked to you about how we want you as leaders of our school to change the language from getting into college to finding your right fit. As we talked to you before, in the four-year college realm, it's actually a buyer's market, and that colleges are looking and fearful of not making their admission targets. And wanted to remind you that if you're looking at four-year colleges, the average acceptance rate is 70%. And there are nearly 6,000 two and four-year colleges out there. So if you want to go to college, it's actually not hard to get in. Pack your bags, you're going. So again, we want to empower you to know that this journey should be exciting, and that anytime it's stressful, to empower you to know that this is something that you can do, that this is in your control, that we want it to start with you to find your fit. And we're going to give you resources and tools, and it's going to be a continual conversation. Think of the class of 2017, and if you had to imagine where they went, the top 10 schools, whether it be two-year, four-year, or community or technical college, where do you think they went? Here it is, the top 10. If you look at this, it's everything from the University of Minnesota. Number 2 is Normandale. This is the top 10. You can kind of notice that many of the class of 2017 stayed in the Midwest. We're showing you this for you to imagine where you could see yourself going after you graduate. The class of 2017, diving in a little further, from A to Z, went on to 173 different colleges across the country. You can probably see from this list there are schools that you may never have heard about. Diving in a little further, the class of 2017, 87% went on to a four-year college, 8% went on to a community college, 3% technical school, and 5% other, whether it be military, employment, gap year. We want to help you find your fit. Academic, personal, social, financial fit. And we're going to give you tools to explore and discover. And for those of you looking at four-year college or two-year college or community or technical school, some tools to be able to apply next fall. This is going to be a continual journey. We are going to have activities throughout the year, but let's define exploration. It's traveling in or through in order for you to become familiar with yourself and to find that fit. If you're looking at four-year colleges, keep in mind that the higher the rank of the school, the harder it is to be accepted. So we're going to give you tools to build a smart college list and encourage you to cast a wider net. And all of you should be looking at schools you've never heard of. And every student's list for colleges should be different. Again, we want to reiterate the last time we got together with you that college is not so much where you go, the name of the college, it's what you do when you're there. The relationships you establish and forge with professors, mentorships, internships, extracurriculars. It's a place where you're going to exercise your mind and continue to grow and evolve into your passion. So bear that in mind as you're looking at the different options you have for after you graduate. Again, to reiterate, you all have different paths. All of you are going to go on a different journey, whether it be college, military, gap year, or work. And we wanted to identify in the college world, as far as four-year colleges, there's not just one ordinary type of college. There's actually 4 different types of four-year colleges, and there's different missions for each of those schools. And we wanted to define that for you so that when you're building a list, you can have not just one of any specific kind of college. Starting with research universities. You see sweatshirts all the time with big names. It can be private or public schools. They tend to be bigger. They tend to be highly focused on professor research. They also have larger facilities. And here are some examples. Some of the pitfalls and downfalls that some people suggest is that there's not as much undergraduate focus at some of the bigger schools. Master level universities tend to be mid-size. They're not as focused on research. They may not have doctorate programs, and they may have master level. Here's some examples. Moving forward, we have liberal arts and baccalaureate colleges, which tend to be private. There are a few public, They typically do not have graduate programs. They're very undergraduate focused and give you a broad array of skills. And they typically have a high matriculation for grad schools. Here are some examples. Then there's specialty schools, focusing on one area of expertise, such as business, art, engineering, music. We talked to you about those 4 different types of colleges because we encourage you to consider all types of colleges. Sometimes we hear students not wanting to go to a small school where in fact there's a lot of benefits of going to a liberal arts college. Sometimes students don't want to go to a large university, but there's some benefits there. So when you're looking at schools, cast a wider net and consider all of the 4 domains. This whole journey should start with you. We talked a little bit about that. It's your skills, your interests, your abilities. It's an introspective journey. We want you to know that there are different things that you should consider if you're looking at college, different criteria. And when we got together with you last time, we encouraged you to do the game plan on Naviance, which really gets you thinking about the criteria for a school and helps you then delve in a little further to narrow down your options. If you haven't done this, you need to go to the Colleges tab and click on the game plan and finish this because it's certainly going to help you and it's going to be a tool for us as counselors to help you when you're in our office. Now we're going to talk a little bit about discovering and exploring your fit, and we're going to encourage you again to cast a wider net, but here's how. We're going to start with books. Good old-fashioned books are out there that are excellent to help you with this research. Peterson's Guide has an excellent professor ratings, which allows you to know if students find that the professors are helpful on campus, which again is tended to be one of the #1 things for where you go to school when asked by undergraduates. The Fisk Guide to Colleges is absolute classic. It has great descriptions of colleges, even from the student's perspective. The Colleges That Change Lives is an amazing tool. It has 44 colleges that have been known to change your life, and they have a lot of really good schools that you might not have heard of, so check it out. There's a great website, and they always come in August, all 44 schools at a Colleges That Change Lives fair. Book of College Majors is a great way for you to look at a major and find out what schools have it. And the College Finder is another great resource that we're going to talk about in a second that has a lot of really, really good lists. And there's an actual website version of it too. Great college search engines. We are going to be doing an activity with you soon to have you do a college search on Naviance. It's called the Supermatch. And you're going to be able to take a lot of criteria, and it's going to take colleges, and once you answer questions that relate to you, it's going to narrow down your options. We also love College Board. College Niche is a great one for student perspectives, and the College Navigator is a great one from the Department of Education that has great information on colleges. So getting some ideas, another website that we really like is College Express. That's from that College Finder book as referenced. It has a ton of really cool lists that you can look at. For example, you might want to go to a college that has been known to wear flip-flops, or you want to go to a school that might be really good at business. It gives you a bunch of lists that allows you to be able to research some schools, again, perhaps some schools that have never crossed your mind. There's also this hyperlink here that lists majors and programs such as 3-2 programs, film studies, things that are unique to you, and some of those lists again can help you generate your right fit. Student blogs are a good way to be able to delve in and research colleges. College Confidential is a notable one. LinkedIn for Education, Unigo, College Prowler, Zinc, CapEx. Those are really good websites. It is notable that they are from a student perspective, so you have to be careful that it's subjective, but again, it gives a really honest voice from the student lens. So going on, we love the College Data website, which gives you admission rates. It also gives you some information about how many students get non-need based aid. College Results has a great tab that allows you to plug in a school and click on the Similar Schools tab to see schools that are similar to it. Again, we love the College Board Big Future. College Scorecard and PayScale gives you an idea of what students make from major after they major, what they're making in their careers. We would be remiss without exploring the financial fit, and so we really encourage you to go on College Board's website and click on the Paying tab to find out how much need-based or non-need-based aid a specific college gives you. In addition, we encourage before you ever have a college make your list to run a net price calculator. This has been required since 2011, and it allows you to find out the cost of the school minus any free money they might give you. So therefore, what is the net price of that particular college? That's going to help you know if it's a financial fit. And again, it should be run before you ever have a school make your list, and work with your parents on that. The single best way for you to know if a college is a good fit for you is to get on campus, to explore the sights, the scenes, the sounds, and the environment. Wherever you go, you're going to learn, so you want to make sure you're going to be happy and that it's a possible home. So getting on campus, there's some hyperlinks here for tips on what to ask, and a list builder, notes on your visit that can help you explore. If you can't get on a particular college campus, there are tons of virtual tours that you can do, and we really encourage you to come into the College and Career Center, where we have colleges coming in to talk with you because they want you as students. They know you're great students. That hyperlink gives you things to ask college reps when they come to our school. If you put in colleges I'm thinking about on your Naviance, you'll get an invite whenever they come to our school. Again, virtual tours are super helpful since it might be difficult to get off campus or make a trip out of state. University and campus tours are really good ones. In the summer, there's some private college weeks in Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin. We encourage you to get on campus that way because it gives you a really good look at some schools and helps you know what you're looking for. The front page of Naviance, we're always going to have some tips and strategies for you on there. The College and Career Center is other great resources. We are going to come up next and talk with you about building a smart college list. We have 6 strategies for you with that, but for now we wanted to give you some resources from books to websites to virtual tours to get you thinking about what's next, because we're so excited to watch you graduate and go on to find your right fit. So until the next time, we will see you very soon, and thank you so much for being the leaders of our school.